Today we're looking at my top 30 most wanted WWE action figures that are releasing in 2026. I'm going to be taking you through all of the releases that I am the most excited about. I put them into a top 30 countdown, and if they are not included in the top 30, that means I either A, have the figure, and you can ask me down in the comment section below. This includes the Roddy Piper 3-pack, the Halloween Havoc Rey Mysterio Ultimate, things like that. Or it wasn't included because I think there is something wrong with the figure, and it's just too unredeemable to be excited for at this moment, and the rest of these figures I'm more excited about, and we're going to touch on all of that. But every figure that I'm going to show in this video, I am excited about in some form or fashion, and these are all figures that are coming in 2026 and should be hitting before the summertime. All of these figures should be hitting relatively soon, within the next 6 months. So let's get into it. Starting out at number 30. Now, we did see this render image of this grayed out Liv Morgan, and I couldn't put it any higher, but I'm just excited to have a new Liv Morgan coming soon. We did see this a little ways back, but I think that both head sculpts here look really, really good. I think this is going to be her Chucky attire. I think we could be looking at the best Liv Morgan Elite or Ultimate or whatever this is supposed to be. I do believe it's supposed to be an Elite figure, but this figure right here, I'm excited for, but I couldn't put it any higher just because we don't know what the rest of the figure is going to look like. It could be absolute potato sack garbage down below, so we'll have to see. But we're moving into 29, which is going to be the Walmart exclusive Wyatt 6 3-pack. I couldn't put this any higher because of Eric Rowan's large self back in there using the Braun Strowman formula. Now, Eric Rowan, man, I need to make a whole video on Eric Rowan one day because he has the most astronomical, crazy WWE action figure history ever with some of his figures. But I am excited for this 3-pack because of the Nikki figure. I think the Uncle Howdy looks nice. This figure set mint on card looks really impressive. So I'm excited for this pack for a lot of ways, but I couldn't put it any higher than 29. Let's move into 28. We have the Legends Elite Kona Crush figure. We have seen a prototype of this figure, but I'm excited to finally have this character, finally getting this guy in the line here. I really do like the saturation and the colors of this figure, and we have not seen full out images of this figure yet. We've seen this figure presented in a live stream. We've seen a render of it. I'm excited for it, but I couldn't put it any higher than 28, but it does look very good. At 27, similar case, we do have Roxanne coming in Elite Series 126. I am very excited for this. Her last figure was not bad, but I felt like the head sculpt was kind of a miss. I like the way that this figure looks on paper. It's going to have a really nice jacket. You got that black attire going on there. The boot sculpt looks impressive. I'm excited for this Roxanne figure. I hope that it does live up to the hype. And again, we should be getting some more updates on this figure relatively soon. But at 26, I did go with the Little Nate Build-A-Figure. So we finally get Little Nate in the line. This has taken so long, not ever having a figure really of him in the 16 years since Mattel took over the WWE license, but this figure does look exciting, and I know what this torso is going to present. I know what these legs are going to present, but maybe we can make some other customs and stuff out of this head sculpt and things like that. But this head sculpt is, it's not the best of all time, but finally getting Little Nate, he had to crack into the top 30 here, so we have him at 26. Now we crack into our top 25, and for number 25, I did go with the Bash at the Beach 3-pack. Now we did learn some stuff about this set very recently, and it's going to come with so many accessories that it has to be talked about. You have the popcorn bucket, the dented soda cup, the water bottle, the soda can, the balled up pieces of trash. It's going to come with 15 pieces of balled up trash. You have the Hulk Hogan, the Scott Hall, the kind of re-release of Elite 16 Kevin Nash here in Elite form. So this is an exciting pack, and it should be pretty plentiful, pretty easy to find on shelves, which makes it, very, very good. And, one thing about it is it should be a significant upgrade from that last NWO 3-pack that we got. And I know this is kind of a moment in time, but this should crush that other 3-pack. So I'm excited for that. Then we also have the Amazon exclusive WrestleMania Ultimate Edition Rock from Night 2 of WrestleMania 40. This is a really nice figure. Not too high, but the reason that this is here is the moment, the attire, and you do have the Mama Rhodes weight belt here. And I guess this is a 2-in-1. This is Night 1 and Night 2 combined, because if you take off the cloth goods, you have Night 1 gear. So is this a 2 pickup? Do you pick up 2 of these? Probably so, but this is going to be an Amazon exclusive Ultimate Edition that I'm excited about, and you get that Mama Rhodes weight belt. Then we have number 23, which is going to be the Jesse Ventura Ultimate. Now, I would have thought that this figure would already be up for pre-order. We thought it was going to go up for pre-order on Mattel Creations, then it got removed from the calendar, so I don't know what the hell's going on there. I don't know why that happened or what, but Jesse Ventura did get, moved back, I guess. So we're waiting on confirmation of this one. Hopefully it'll be soon, but I love the camo on this. I think the boots are nice. We saw this back at San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm excited for this. I'm hyped for the Jesse Ventura figure, which takes us into number 22 and another Ultimate Edition that I feel like a lot of people have forgotten about. It is going to be the Chelsea Green figure, which is going to come with some nice stuff here. You do have the white attire with her face all over it, which is hilarious, and I think the head sculpts are very expressive. Hopefully, this will come out very good. Her Elite figure didn't have the best likeness in the head sculpt. I did like the figure, but I felt that it lacked a little bit, and you're getting an upgrade here figure. And I'm also feeling that this should have, the Tiffany Stratton lower torso, so that excites me. Any figure that's going to include that, I know how well it's going to pose. Should be really, really good and detailed, so hopefully this Chelsea Green will dominate, and it is number 22 here on my excitement list, or my top 30 most wanted figures of 2026. But let's get into number 21, which is going to be Mr. Fuji from the Legends line. This is a long time coming, been waiting on him forever, and I just hope that this figure moves well. It does look like it's going to move well, has good accessories, good likeness. I like the shine on the shoes, which is a fantastic detail that they added in there. I really dig this Mr. Fuji, and I think this is going to be one of those underrated figures. I think people are, the ones that are hype about this, they know, man. So number 21, I did go with Fuji. I think this is an excellent figure. We also have Defining Moments Ricky Saints here at number 20, ringside exclusive. Going to come with the North American Championship. While not, the most, over-the-top crazy figure, you're going to get the kind of New Orleans Saints gear going on. You got the black, gold, and white, which looks very clean. I like the boots. I like the championship. The likeness looks good as well. And I just like Ricky Saints, man. Down-to-earth dude, really cool guy, and a joy to speak with. So I think Ricky Saints, I'm excited for him to get him in here, compare it to his AEW figures, because his AEW figures were really, really good. So I imagine this one is going to be able to be comparable there. You get the signature hands. Should be really fun to get Ricky Saints in here. And then we go on to number 19, which is going to be Javon Evans. Very nice figure looking right here. Very excited for it. I like the likeness and everything. You can talk about the gear. The gear, not my favorite gear of all time. Not my favorite gear of all time, but I hope that the figure will pose well. That's what I'm hoping out of this formula. Hopefully he will move around well and be able to, beat up all the other characters in my collection, so we will see. But I do like this on paper, and, you can't really, it's hard to judge. You have the render images. Some of these we have seen in prototype form. This is one that we have not seen in prototype form, but he is a part of Elite 126, so I imagine very, very soon we're going to get some updated images of this guy. Hopefully the February gallery will tell us a little bit more about Javon Evans, but I am excited about this figure. And that takes us into 18, which is going to be New Jack. This is going to be Defining Moments, Blood and Guts, quote unquote. Not Blood and Guts, but you know what I mean. He's going to have a bloody head sculpt variant. He's going to come with a bandana. He's going to come with cloth goods shirt. This is a figure that they kind of dropped on us at Ringside Fest as a bomb, as a little truth bomb just dropped on us. Nobody expected this. He comes with a staple gun. Very excited about this figure, man. This is a crazy one. I'm not even a huge New Jack fan, but the fact that we're getting this figure is just exciting. And you do have that staple gun accessory. There's just a lot to like here, and some fun stuff going on with the New Jack. And then we do have the top talent Seth Rollins. Definitely the stronger figure of the two top talents figures in this wave. Of course, you have that Glasgow John Cena that's inaccurate all over the place. I didn't include him in the top 30 for obvious reasons, but this Galaxy purple gear is so nice. Yes, I want new head sculpts. Yes, that would be nice. However, the gear cannot be overstated. I like Seth Rollins a lot. I love this gear. I think that this looks really, really good on paper, and hopefully it will be just as good in hand. I already know what this formula is. I know what to expect. This is going to be a damn good elite of Seth Rollins, and this gear is very nice. We also have number 16, which is going to be the Mattel Creations made-to-order drug-free CM Punk, or Doctor of Punkonomics. Now, we did get to see a prototype of this on a Ringside live stream, which was incredible. This figure is really, really, really underrated, man. I'm telling you, the people that missed out on this, you're going to see this figure when it's done in its entirety, and you're going to be upset that you missed out on it, because while it is a moment in time, I think an execution of the figure is insane. The retooled legs, you got the new Cena shoe mold, you have some nice shorts going on, removable armbands, sculpted knuck hands, you got the cloth goods jersey. This is going to be one of those very, very underrated gems of 2026. I'm just telling you, man. I'm just telling you. Move on to number 15, Elite 125 Coco Beware. Long time coming, son. Long time coming. You get the Frankie figure, you get the glasses, you get the jacket. Very nice details, very good saturation. Very much looking forward to this Coco Beware. Very excited for it. And I imagine Elite 125 should be in our hands very, very soon, man. I would imagine within the next week and a half, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, this is going to be shipping out from Ringside. So be excited for it. Coco Beware is on the way, and it looks damn good. I like this figure a lot. And that takes us into number 14, which is going to be the WrestleMania 13 3-pack submission match. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret Hart, Ken Shamrock, special guest referee. Lots of new stuff going on right here. We get a brand new Bret Hart with the head sculpt, the jacket. I love it mint on card, and this is going to be one of those packs that's very difficult to not pick up two of, just because of how good it looks mint in the box. It looks very good mint in the box. I do have a small mint on card collection, or mint in box collection, of the 3-packs and the box sets, just because I love the way they look, man. The packaging, they just do such a good job, and they are, I don't know, I just love the way they look, and it's hard to, even when I unbox them, I have a hard time throwing the boxes away because they just look so damn good, and I need to do better at that. But I have started to get rid of all my, single card releases, but these box sets are a different animal. But let's move on to number 13. I went with the Defining Moments Rey Fenix from his matchup at WrestleMania. Love this figure on paper. Hopefully it'll, come in hand and be really posable and stuff like Rey Fenix. Get that cloth goods jacket. I'm very excited. I think this is going to be very toyetic. Not as toyetic as Penta probably, but hopefully it's one of those figures you can pair with your Penta and you'll really, really like. So I really dig this Rey Fenix figure. And then we have his opponent, which is going to be El Grande Americano. 100% looking forward to this figure. Love the sculpted mask, and another figure that's coming in Elite 126. So Elite 126 on paper has a lot of potential, man. You have so many great figures coming in Elite 126. I think I'm way more excited for Elite 126 than I was for Elite 124 or Elite 125. So we will have to get into that, but I love this figure. Hopefully, again, this is just a render, so it's hard to say, but hopefully when we get it in hand, it will have all the bells and whistles. The sculpt will be nice. The paint apps, all of it will come together and work very, very well. But let's get into number 11, which is going to be the Ultimate Edition Seth Rollins. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, this probably should be a lot higher, but for me personally, man, I just couldn't put it any higher because of the leg gap, and the leg gap scares me. I don't like the way these legs look it just looks so far apart that it looks unnatural to me, and I hope that when I get it in hand, it doesn't bother me as much. But this jacket, this attire, it being Seth Rollins, has me very excited. I think that you could be looking at accessory of the year when you're looking at this jacket. You have that faux snakeskin look. It looks like it's going to fit the figure well. It looks very, very impressive. So hopefully this will come together. But I dig this Seth Rollins Ultimate a lot. It's just that thigh gap, man. That thigh gap worries me, so we'll see how he poses. Let's get into number 10, which is going to be the last time it's now John Cena Ultimate. Now, you may be thinking this would be higher, but I don't know how to feel about it in particular. I think that we have other Cena figures coming this year that I'm going to be more excited about, at least right now. Now, of course, these are just the figures we know about. We know that there are, there's over 100 plus more figures we do not know about in 2026. This is just ranking the top 30 that we know about in 2026 already, and this last time is now. The updates they made to the figure makes me very excited. I think that this is going to be a great figure once we get it in hand, and I can't believe I almost missed the cutoff for this. Just zoned out, worried about other priorities, but I did lock it down, and I am excited for my man John Cena, the GOAT right here. So we do have this last time is now match John Cena at number 10. At number 9, we have the Ultimate Edition Randy Orton. Now, this one would probably be higher, but I'm worried about this formula. If they don't upgrade the shoulders and arms or anything, and they just give us the same mold that his last Ultimate had and his last two Ultimates have had, it's not going to be very fun, man. It's going to be pretty disappointing. So hopefully they upgrade the shoulders, they upgrade the arms, they do something with the formula, because his other Ultimate Edition, it doesn't quite capture Randy Orton. So I'm hoping that this one will deliver, but the attire's nice. I'm excited to get another Randy Orton. Randy Orton Ultimates are so fun because you can do a really nice articulated RKO, and they're very fun to pose. So that's why I'm excited about this one. But number 8 is going to be the Sid Vicious. Now, this is available right now. You can actually find this at Walmart sometime. It depends on where you live, right? And I don't have this figure in hand, but I'm very excited for the Sid Vicious. I just think it looks so good. I love the dry brush jeans. The denim looks very clean. The Jordan 11 shoe mold that we have done a documentary series on by now. This is very nice, and I hate to tell you this, man, but they have changed the shoes on this. It's no longer black and white. It does have the yellowish outsoles, but the entire shoe mold is pretty much white, so they removed the black because it looked too similar to the Jordan 11. Hate to tell you that, man. Hate you had to find out this way, but that's the way it is. I can't wait to get this figure in hand still, though, because you could easily paint them and, just take them off and put them on a different figure. But let's move on to the next one, which is going to be number 7, Steve Blackman. Dude, I'm so hyped for this. This is a guy that's been on my wish list for so many years. Hardcore Championship. Not the biggest fan of the torso, but maybe we can fix him up on surgery. We're going to figure out if we can, switch these legs onto a different body and play around with it. We're going to do some different things to try to fix Steve Blackman here, because I think that his torso should be changed. I just think it's way too big, and he was jacked, but I think this torso is just ridiculous in terms of size and aesthetic. So we're going to play around with that, but I'm very hyped for Steve Blackman. And then we get into number 6, which is going to be the Ultimate Edition Greatest Hits Cody Rhodes. Now, some people have this in hand. I did not order any of the Greatest Hits, man. So 6, 5, and 4 are all the Greatest Hits Ultimates. I didn't get the Cody Rhodes. I think he looks wonderful. Very excited to get this Cody Rhodes Rhodes in hand. Of course, all of his figures are very toyetic and nice, and I'm a Cody crybaby, so gotta have this one. At number 5, we have the Undertaker Greatest Hits, another great one. Something I've wanted in the Mattel line for so long is the shirtless tattoo, BSK Pride tattoo on the stomach with the drop down, you know, cloth goods deal. I don't know how that's going to feel in hand, but I really want this figure to review, so got to get my hands on this Undertaker. And then at number 4, we do have the Greatest Hits AJ Styles with the mask. One of my favorite things they showed us at Comic-Con. You wouldn't have really expected to have a really nice AJ here, but man, dude, this just looks so damn good. I love this masked head sculpt. I am very much looking forward to this AJ, and I got to track him down, man. I need to, if anybody out there has these 3 Greatest Hits Ultimates, I'm willing to make a deal, man. I would love to see if somebody has these on hand, not charging an absolute arm and a leg. I want all 3 of these Greatest Hits Ultimates, so let me know. But AJ Styles comes in at number 4. At number 3, we have the Elite 126 Roman Reigns. This is my favorite Roman Reigns gear of all time. Got the black and white from WrestleMania 41. The white boots is chef's kiss. I'm hoping that the head sculpt does look good. And we do know that with the Top Picks Roman, he got that brand new formula and torso, which makes me very excited because it is going to be with the correct formula, with the correct gear. Should be absolute cinema. Looking forward to this Roman Reigns. I know a lot of people, heavy eye roll. I know a lot of people are not excited for this because it's just another Roman Reigns, but to me, it's more than that. So I do have Roman Reigns here at number 3. At number 2, it is Rhea Ripley's Ultimate Edition coming very soon. Very excited for this. Finally getting all the tattoos. You get the, you know, face paint head sculpts aren't the greatest. I would like to see some different head sculpts, but I think that this is going to be one of the most toyetic figures of the year, one of the best Ultimate Editions of the year, and this Rhea Ripley looks outstanding. Very excited for the mask. Very excited about having the sternum tattoo finally on one of her figures. She's going to have the good articulation. Plus, unlike Tiffany Stratton, she has no knee pads, man. So no knee pads means she's going to be able to articulate a little bit more, and you're probably going to get a little bit more out of that posing. So this is one of my most anticipated reviews of the year, is this Rhea Ripley. And at number 1, I went with heel turn John Cena from Ultimate Edition Series 31. I am so much looking forward to this figure, man. You have no idea. I think that this figure looks terrific on paper. You're looking at a magnificent figure. I think all the new head sculpts look nice. The Carolina bluish, light blue gear with the white, 2 of my favorite colors. You're combining those together. You get the watch hand for the heel turn. I think I'm probably going to have to get multiples of these, man. This might be a purchase every time I see it. But one of the main things that I'm so excited about with this figure is, you know, for a long time, they kept giving John Cena that horrendous Ultimate Warrior, aesthetically unpleasing, terrible Buddha body looking torso, and they finally gave him his own unique torso that looks very, very good. It looks very one-of-one to John Cena, and I am over the moon excited for this John Cena. I think this could be his best Ultimate Edition. Of course, we won't know till we get him in hand, and once we get him all in hand, we'll rank all of his Ultimate Editions, of course. He's got 7 of them, my God, but this looks incredible. Very excited for this figure. Cannot wait for it. Can't wait to get it in hand. But that was my top 30 most wanted WWE figures of 2026 as far as anticipation, the ones I'm most excited about. So I hope you guys did enjoy. I want to know down below what your number 1 figure is. I know a lot of people may have other picks. You know, the Stephanie figure coming in Elite 125. There is a big hot take for me, man. I don't know if that figure is going to be as good as people are saying. I think from the neck down, it looks pretty good. Outside of that, man, I don't think that figure looks like Stephanie, man. I don't think it looks like her. I don't know. I'm kind of worried about that figure. And there's some other figures that are coming down the pipe that I just wasn't that hyped for, and other people may be hyped for, but that's why you come around, so I can let you know the ins and outs and the differences about all of these different figures we're getting, man. But that is going to wrap it up for me. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on all this stuff down below, and let me know what your number 1 most wanted WWE figure of 2026 is. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed one. I'll catch you guys later.